Welcome to our video on the history of the ancient Roman Empire. In this fascinating and informative presentation, we'll be taking you on a journey back in time to explore the rise and fall of one of the most powerful civilizations in history. From the founding of Rome to the reign of Julius Caesar and the glory days of the Roman Empire, we'll be delving into the political, social, and cultural aspects of this incredible period. Through stunning visuals and expert insights, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the significant events and influential figures that shaped the course of Roman history. Join us as we uncover the legacy of the ancient Roman Empire and discover the enduring impact it has had on our world today. Once again, this is your instructor Mr. Junrel Butterslack. We will discuss the history of the ancient Roman Empire. Learning outcomes. At the end of this lesson, the learner should be able to discuss the history of Roman Empire and the geography. Discuss the ancient Roman Empire. Introduction. The ancient Roman Empire was a vast and powerful empire that existed from 27 BC to 476 AD. It was founded by Augustus Caesar, the first emperor of Rome, after a long period of political turmoil and civil war. The Roman Empire was renowned for its impressive engineering feats, including the construction of massive structures such as the Colosseum and aqueducts. The Romans also had a sophisticated legal system and contributed to the development of many fields such as art, literature, philosophy, and science. During its long history, the Roman Empire faced numerous challenges and underwent significant changes, including the rise of Christianity, the division of the empire into eastern and western halves, and ultimately, the collapse of the western half of the empire in 476 AD. Rome's geography. The geography of Rome played a significant role in the rise and expansion of the Roman Empire. Rome was situated in central Italy, on the banks of the Tiber River. This location provided the Romans with access to fertile land for agriculture and transportation via the river. The city of Rome was built on 7 hills, which provided natural defenses and allowed for a strategic advantage in warfare. Additionally, the Italian peninsula was rich in natural resources, including fertile farmland, forests, and minerals. This allowed the Romans to support a large population and develop advanced technologies such as aqueducts and roads. Advantages of Rome's geography. Rome's geography provided several advantages that helped the city and the Roman Empire to flourish. Access to fertile land. Rome was located in an area of central Italy with rich soil that allowed for the cultivation of crops such as wheat, grapes, and olives. This agricultural abundance helped to sustain the population of the city and allowed for trade with other regions. Strategic location. Rome was located on the banks of the Tiber River, which provided a natural barrier and allowed for easy transportation of goods and people. Control of maritime trade. Rome's location on the Italian peninsula allowed it to control maritime trade routes in the Mediterranean Sea, giving it access to valuable resources and facilitating trade with other regions. Natural resources. The Italian peninsula was rich in natural resources, including metals such as iron and copper, as well as timber and marble. This allowed the Romans to develop advanced technologies and build impressive structures such as aqueducts, roads, and public buildings. According to Roman mythology, Rome was founded in 753 BC by twin brothers Romulus and Remus. The legend tells that the brothers were the sons of the god Mars and a Vestal virgin named Rhea Silvia. As infants, Romulus and Remus were abandoned in a basket on the banks of the Tiber River and were found and raised by a she-wolf. As they grew older, the brothers decided to build a city on the spot where they had been found. However, they soon became embroiled in a quarrel over who would rule the city. In the ensuing argument, Romulus killed Remus and became the first king of Rome, which was named after him. This mythological account of the founding of Rome was a source of great pride for the Romans and helped to legitimize their rule over Italy and beyond. However, the historical accuracy of the story is disputed, and there are likely to be many other factors and influences that contributed to the rise of Rome as a city-state and empire. During this period, Rome underwent significant expansion and conquest, both within Italy and beyond. The Roman Republic was characterized by a complex system of government that included 2 consuls, a senate, and a popular assembly. The consuls were the highest-ranking officials in the Republic, and they were elected annually by the people. The Senate, composed of around 300 members, advised the consuls and had significant power in making decisions about government policy and foreign affairs. The popular assembly, made up of all Roman citizens, had the power to pass laws and approve or reject treaties. The Roman Republic was also marked by social and economic stratification, with a wealthy patrician class that held most of the political power and a large population of plebeians, who were often excluded from government and faced economic hardship. Despite these challenges, Republican Rome was able to expand its territory through military conquest, establishing a vast empire that stretched across the Mediterranean world. The Republic also made significant contributions to art, literature, and philosophy, and laid the foundations for many of the institutions and practices that would later define the Roman Empire. In ancient Rome, the family was the fundamental unit of society and was highly valued. The patriarch, or head of the family, held significant power over its members, which included not only his wife and children but also extended family members and slaves. Marriage was an important institution in Roman society, and it was seen as a duty to produce children who would carry on the family line. Marriages were typically arranged and were often based on social and economic considerations rather than romantic love. Women in ancient Rome had limited rights and were expected to fulfill traditional roles as wives, mothers, and homemakers. However, some women were able to achieve high status and influence, particularly those from wealthy families. These women had greater opportunities for education and could play important roles in their husband's business or political affairs. Slavery was also an important aspect of Roman society, with slaves performing a wide range of tasks, from household chores to manual labor. Slaves had few rights and were treated as property by their owners. However, some slaves were able to earn their freedom or were granted it by their owners as a reward for faithful service. Overall, Roman society was hierarchical and stratified, with significant differences in status and power based on factors such as wealth, gender, and social class. However, the family remained a central and highly valued institution that played a critical role in shaping social and cultural norms. Economics. The Roman economy was based on agriculture, trade, and conquest. Agriculture was the backbone of the Roman economy, with most people engaged in farming or related activities. The Romans were skilled farmers and developed advanced techniques such as crop rotation, irrigation, and fertilization. Trade was also an important aspect of the Roman economy, with the Romans establishing extensive trade networks across the Mediterranean world. They traded a variety of goods, including grain, wine, olive oil, and textiles, and developed sophisticated systems of transportation, such as roads and ports, to facilitate trade. They used this wealth to fund their military campaigns and to build impressive public works, such as aqueducts, roads, and public buildings. Slavery was a key feature of the Roman economy, with many slaves performing manual labor in agriculture, mining, and other industries. The Roman economy was heavily regulated by the government, which set prices, regulated trade, and imposed taxes on goods and services. The government also provided public services such as law enforcement, sanitation, and education. The Roman economy helped to fuel the expansion of the empire and allowed it to become one of the most powerful civilizations in history. Currency. Currency played an important role in ancient Roman society, facilitating trade and commerce throughout the empire. The Roman monetary system was based on various types of coins, including gold, silver, and bronze. The denarius was the most common silver coin used in Rome and was the basic unit of Roman currency. It was introduced in the late 3rd century BC and remained in use throughout the Roman Republic and Empire. The aureus was a gold coin introduced in the late 2nd century BC, and it became the main gold coin used in the Roman Empire. In addition to these basic coins, there were various other types of coins used for different purposes, such as the sestertius and the as. The value of coins varied depending on the weight of the metal they contained and the relative value of different metals in the Roman economy. The Roman government controlled the minting and circulation of coins, and the images and inscriptions on the coins often reflected the political and cultural values of the Roman state. Coins were also used as a way of commemorating important events, such as military victories or the accession of a new emperor. The Roman monetary system was an important factor in facilitating trade and commerce throughout the empire, and it played a key role in the expansion and maintenance of Roman power. However, the system was also subject to manipulation and debasement by the Roman government, which could lead to inflation and economic instability. The gladiators. Gladiators were professional fighters who engaged in combat as a form of public entertainment in ancient Rome. They were typically slaves or prisoners of war who were trained to fight in specialized schools called ludi. Some of the most famous types of gladiators included the Murmio, who wore a fish-shaped helmet and carried a large shield and short sword, the Retiarius, who fought with a trident and a net, and the Secutor, who wore a helmet with a narrow slit for the eyes and carried a short sword. Gladiatorial contests were held in amphitheaters such as the Colosseum and were a popular form of entertainment throughout the Roman Empire. The contests often pitted gladiators against each other in single combat or against wild animals such as lions or bears. Architecture. Architecture was an important aspect of ancient Roman culture and played a crucial role in the development and expansion of the Roman Empire. Roman architects drew inspiration from the architectural styles of ancient Greece, but also developed their own unique architectural vocabulary and techniques. Roman architecture was characterized by the use of arches, vaults, and domes, which allowed for the construction of large and impressive buildings. The Romans also developed new construction materials, such as concrete, which allowed them to build structures of great size and durability. Some of the most famous examples of Roman architecture include the Colosseum, the Pantheon, and the aqueducts. The Colosseum was an amphitheater used for public spectacles such as gladiatorial contests, while the Pantheon was a temple dedicated to all the gods of Rome. The aqueducts were a system of engineering marvels that brought fresh water to cities and towns throughout the empire. Roman architecture was also characterized by its use of decorative elements, such as mosaics, frescoes, and sculptures. These decorative features were used to enhance the beauty and grandeur of Roman buildings and to express the values and beliefs of Roman society. Overall, Roman architecture was a reflection of the power, wealth, and cultural achievements of the Roman Empire, and it continues to inspire architects and designers to this day. And yes, if you liked the video, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.